This video is my reaction to my first day detecting with the Garrett Apex. And a little bit of life news, and if you don't want to hear that, you can skip right to the part with the Apex. It's juicy, though, the news. But it's kind of like we've had lots of changes over the last week.
And just like that, we have started a new era. I'm back to work. I'm headed to work right now. I've got my Apex in the trunk, and I've got a new camera. So this is like all brand new themes here. Same old car, same old commute, but yeah, we're on to something totally new. Well, this morning is a wash. Literally, it's raining. And I also have work that I have to do. So it's back to that reality again, too. I mean, I've been remote, but guess what? That's given me about 4 hours left, 4 hours back in my day. Now I don't have those 4 hours. So I still intend to get those goals, but it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, so over the last few months, I've been uploading maybe about 20 videos per month, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. And don't worry, I'm still uploading. It can't be at the same speed. I'm, sad to say. This is what I want to do with the rest of my life. But we got to grow the channel first. But I also do like my job. I don't like the commute at all, dear God. There's no way around it. At least if you're working, with, kids, that's fun. I've enjoyed doing that 99% of the time. But, the commute, those 4 hours, yeah.
Yeah, welcome back to the... this sucks. This absolutely sucks. 4 hours out of my day is... A lot of the reason that I did so many videos is I want to end this part. I've enjoyed the teaching. I can't stand the commute. It's what got me into metal detecting, to tell you the truth, because instead of I'm going the wrong way, by the way. I'm going towards the George Washington Bridge that heads to Jersey. I need to turn around, head the other way, but the traffic was so bad, I went where the traffic seemed not as bad. So I've done this a zillion times. Well, let's make the most of it. Let's get off an exit, find a park, go metal detecting. Yeah, let's do it. For the most part, I hope you can tell I'm a pretty happy person. I can adapt to whatever life throws at me, I'd like to think. But traffic, man, gets me down. And getting back into the swing of this, I tell you, COVID, I did not like it. Nobody liked it. And so many people suffered from it. People lost loved ones. There's always silver linings in things. It gave a lot of us the time back. And although that time is over now, I was able to put out like 100 videos and, again, be constructive. The plan is to be constructive, and I want to be able to metal detect more in my life. I've worked 20 years. This is my 20th year in education. Goal is to move in another direction, and that's why I've been putting out videos like a madman. But we got to earn that. So yeah, let's use that Apex. I'm so happy that I'm gonna be trying that today, and now I just got to figure out where the hell's the exit. Come on, man. It's my new chest strap. It's called Chesty. Yeah, so welcome to Tremont Park. It is not too far from where I work. And you know what? Like, I could jump on the highway on the way back. And you see all this bedrock that's here? What I'm thinking is that it's tough to get equipment in there, you know, to like really redo the grass. So I think we're going to get a lot of signals. Hopefully we get a lot of silver. Yeah, the grass hasn't been mowed for a long time. Let's see if we can find a spot.
Oh, here, yeah. So I screwed this up. Yeah, basically, I'm learning how to use my GoPro 8 now. Apparently, I just hit the play button, but it's in time-lapse mode. And all you're missing is that I dug one hole, and I found filler in there, and my God, the amount of garbage that's in that park, it's not detectable.
First thoughts on the Apex are, I didn't get a chance to think about the Apex. The conditions there sucked. Bottle caps, garbage, like all over the place. And, you know, the grass hasn't been mowed since last year. That's absurd, man. You know, there's lots of other nicer parks in New York. That's one that I hope that they do landfill, because really, you're not going to get anything there. All right, let's go to Ferry Point Park, otherwise known as Ferris Point Park, for all the iron bottle caps that are there. Meh.
Listen, despite the bottle caps, I'm a proud New Yorker. I love my city. And I will just say that if you're going to detect in New York, you will have to learn to coexist with bottle caps. And you will need to use a tool that can coexist with bottle caps.
All right, well, this is more like it. You know, hey, you can dig here, so let's do it. All right, let me take my camera off so that you could get a good look at this. I'm getting used to this. As usual, I didn't read the instruction booklet, but I've operated enough of these. So, first of all, there's familiarity to past Garrett detectors. You have modes, 0, coins, US coins, jewelry, relics, custom. So that's very familiar with the AT Pro. And you have the scale on the top. For the target ID, it seems to go to 100. That's also very familiar with the AT Pro. You got the ground balance button over here. Pump it. 90, that sounds about right. Now, menu. This is a little bit new. And you got the plus and minus. So sensitivity, well, what the hell? Let's put it all the way up. Volume, let's turn it down because this gets annoying. Iron volume. Frequency, let's go multi-frequency. There we go, that's what I want to see. Channel. I gotta look up what that is to tell you the truth. Okay. And you seem to have a backlight and headphones. Okay. So that's easy enough. So it seems ready to operate right now. You got the pinpoint button right here. Iron audio button. Okay, so this is a lot of familiar things. Now this park, you know, it's not as bad as the last one, but this is bottle cap land, you know, and let's see how it operates here. All right, right off the bat, we're going to turn the sensitivity down. So sensitivity, oh, I just switched to volume. Sensitivity, yeah, let's put it down 2 notches right there. Right off the bat, I could see where turning down the iron audio is helpful, so let's do that. Menu, or was that mode? No, it was menu. Iron volume, let's make that low, so 2, because this place is full of iron. Ferris Point Park.
I have a confession. The fact that I am able to do that I'm so comfortable notching right off the bat, and with the instructions, is a credit to Garrett. Do you know that, some of you might have seen it in the live stream, I have no clue how to notch stuff out on the Equinox. I know almost everything else about it, but it took me asking my friends last weekend. Just a confession, you know, where you could know a lot about one galaxy, but you have this whole universe that is left. And that was the case with that detector. But this is a really easy to get around detector. That's a plus.
You know what I like about Garrett detectors? They really are simple. So for instance, okay, I'm on the main screen, got the plus or minus button here. I could say, let's go notch that, notch that, notch that, notch that, notch that, because that's all I've been hearing. So let's play around a little bit. I usually don't notch, but it's really annoying me, all of the signals that are here. And I'm yet to get something to repeat, here at least. Jumping around signal. I mean, could it be good that a metal detector is sensing too much? I don't know. Let's try ground balancing again. New York is one big bottle cap, that's the problem. I have an AT Pro in my inventory, and I used that detector for like 5 years or so. Maybe not that, maybe like 3 years constantly, where that was my go-to detector. And yeah, again, this feels like an Ace, this feels like an AT Pro. What the hell, we got a repeating signal right here. This should be surface. Let's pinpoint it, just so we have something. I don't think it's going to be anything special. Yeah, it's right here. Yep, it's Yunk. First signal, it was, oh actually no, it was that iron thing in the other part. But it's struggling to find, you see, here's the thing. Everybody digs silver because it's a high signal. I'm struggling to find high signals with this. Granted, I have hunted this place like crazy, and you know, my friend Carlos has too. And there is good stuff here, but you really have to know how to look for it. I'm not getting any sort of repeating high signals. Like, I'll get one once, then I try to get it to repeat. It doesn't repeat. Well, I'll be back when I get a high signal. Possible high signal here. See? All right, let's dig that. Now look at this. It's in the plug. So I'm swinging here, there's no signal. I'm swinging here, and it could be because I have this notched, but there's no signal whatsoever. So let's flip it, and there's the signal. My guess is that would be a bottle cap. Let's see. You better believe it, it's a Corona. So this might be a Garrett thing. I know I've been over this ground a million times. And I know that there's like pull tabs that are left here. But this is getting signals that kind of sound like coins.
Now, I'm saying this not like the detector's finding stuff that the Equinox missed. It's not that at all. I have such faith in the Equinox, in case if you didn't notice. The problem that was happening right here is that the iron is really sketchy on this machine. It makes it sound like coin signals, and when you get iron on the Equinox, it's really trustworthy. You can tell that it is going to be a piece of iron. And occasionally, if it's a huge piece of iron, sure, you can get a false coin signal. But this is a lot more sensitive to iron and makes more mistakes with the iron.
Not that one, really. I think that it struggles with iron a lot.
I was ready to sell it right there. Glad I didn't.
And this target ID just does not make sense. It jumps around way too much.
That is a problem. The target ID, it really takes a delicate touch going over the target to get a consistent target ID.
I don't know, man. Listen, anything that you use for the first time, there's a learning curve that goes with it. You remember me with the simplex? I was like, okay, I get this. I understand this. Maybe not at the beach. No, not at the beach. But in parks, no problem. This is foreign. Maybe it's because I haven't used the Garrett in so long. Okay, well, here's a 75. Depth, 3 arrows down. Bars down. Alright, let's dig this. Look at how crazy these numbers are. It's jumping from the 50s to the 30s to the 80s. And we got, what is this, a hot rock? Oh no, it's one of these thingy things. Looks like a ship. I forget what these are for. I know these are old. Little relic. I'm not too excited about it though. Alright, so here's my problem. This is Bottle Cap City, okay? This shows you really don't want this in a trashy park, number one. So what I'm going to be forced to do, I'm actually going to notch out, I'm going to notch a little bit higher. Yeah. You know, I think I've pinpointed what the key difference is. The Equinox is so good with iron in that if it's an iron target, you're going to get a signal that is negative or to zero. You know, something that just has a grunt. This, it mistakes a lot of iron as good signals. And don't get me wrong, the Equinox, you do that sometimes too, but... Ooh. Yeah, like look at this, it disappeared. I had that 88. And it's jumping all around. Let's ground balance again. You know, I haven't really found anything yet. I found that little relic thing, but who cares?
Here you see me, a metal detectorist of more than 8 years, struggling to get a repeating signal.
Can't get it to repeat.
Part of this is due to me notching numbers out, but the other part of it is this detector It focuses on so many different things. You need to swing slow, slow, slow.
Listen, Ferry Point Park is extreme conditions. Extreme conditions. But I can tell you this, I'll be able to handle the simplex here without problems. I'm having problems with this. The number one thing about the Equinox is you could swing it slowly, you get clear and concise signals.
And at that moment, the light bulb went off in my head.
Like this I'm not getting, because look, 76, 65, 18, 26. You know, the Equinox, sure, it'll give you variable numbers, but not a range like that. That's insane.
Then I decided to try it on the beach.
All right, we moved down from the shoreline. Let's see if we got a signal here. I meant to say moved on to the shoreline. Here we go, first coin of the day. Dime. Okay, I have just had a few signals, and I tried digging them, and they went away. That is a problem. That seems to be a solid one. Mid-tone. And it is part of a spoon that I'm sure was used for drugs.
Let the avalanche begin.
All right, we got a penny. Zinking. Look at this bizarre signal. 90, 82, 36. Is it hypersensitive? I don't get it. That's what I mean by the algorithm of the Equinox.
On this detector, in order to get a accurate signal, it needs to be mid-coil. I'm used to a concentric coil. That's what I have on the Equinox. It was a bit of a adjustment, adjusting to the Viper coil.
That's a quarter. Got a quarter. Demi. Getting the hang of it a little bit. Got another quarter. Sweet New York coin spill. 35 cents. 50 cents. Demi. Awesomeness. It is a dollar coin. Okay, that's 1/1000th of my annual clad goal. Quarter. Dollar coin number 2. Sweet. I have no way of gauging depth on these because these are surface signals. Another dime. All right, here we go. This is 3 bars down. Okay, it's a quarter, and I don't know, maybe about 5 inches down. A dimmy and a penny, 50 cent. Oh, and it was this one was pretty down. 5 inches, same thing. That's a quarter, 30 cents. That's a quarter. Okay, another quarter. And I know you guys might be watching and like, wow, you know, this is awesome. That's a great new detector. And it is. It's not bad. Honestly, I could have done the same thing with my AT Pro. I did do the same thing with my AT Pro. That's just my honest take right now. I'm not seeing anything that is spectacular about it yet. Keyword is yet.
That's me channeling my metal detecting Simon Cowell.
Quarter. Quarter. Much easier to square away targets here, you know, to pinpoint over them. You know, when you're right over the middle of the coil, just like with any detector, you could get more consistent numbers. The thing is, it's really more difficult to do that with this detector. Could be that it's day one, you know, and I do have to give it more time. That's why I give all of these detectors at least 50 hours of use before I finish my ratings on them. You know, these are just the early observations. It feels very foreign.
Just to clarify, the interface is very familiar. It's very Ace, very AT Pro, but it's It definitely has a different feel than those detectors. The sounds, there's something both familiar but different. Then again, I haven't used them in so long.
We are paying back this detector fast. It's a quarter. Dime and penny. Dime. In fairness, I could have mudlarked this one. Quarter. Dimmy. That's a quarter. It is a quarter. 50 cents. Look, I know I'm finding a lot. Here's another quarter. But there's just something off about it. I don't know. It's just... I think if I was less experienced as a detectorist, I would struggle. The thing is what is off just because of my personal preferences? Or is it just something is missing that cannot be compared, you know, with other detectors? I do think it's the second. Right now, I think that there's something that is off, and it's just not, it's not going to be the same quality. But we have to see. That's why I'm going to give this 50 hours. Quarter. Guess what that is? That's a quarter. It's a penny sighting. All right, we got our first legitimate 6-inch signal here. Quarter. I've done better with this detector since I slowed my swing down. That's a quarter. Well, if you find like $10 in clad, you know, on your first day, you can't say that a detector sucks. Okay, that's just how it is. It doesn't suck. At least in this setting. When we were in the park, which we will try again, that was really problematic. But really, that is, I'm telling you, this park is extreme conditions. Quarter, nickel, dime. I follow a strict policy here. No quarter left behind. Quarter, quarter. All right, I'm gonna stop being a clad whore right now, and I'm gonna test this, since this is a video that's meant to test the Apex. And yeah, it's proven itself, I guess, with surface signals, you know, a North Shore beach. And let's see how it does in the park again. It's just weird, man. You know what it is? It might not be a New York City detector. You know, we have trash everywhere, sadly. I'm not bragging about that. Bottle caps to the extreme. And you know what it is? It doesn't know how to triage. If you're unfamiliar with the word triage, it's a nursing term. And if you have two patients, one has a bullet wound in the head, the other one has a paper cut. Not that you would go to the doctor for a paper cut, but let's just say hypothetically. You see, the Apex, it doesn't really know how to triage. It's really weird with that. It gets everything. And the way that the Equinox is programmed, it's a different animal. So let's look at this ground here. We got bottle caps. Let's see what we do over here. And just for heck's sake, let's go and let's turn up the sensitivity. Oh, this is gonna be fun. What I'm trying to do is isolate a deep signal. Let's see how deep it can go. Now, theoretically, with the coil the size of the Viper coil, I mean, that's almost like a sniper. It's a Viper sniper.
Viper sniper windshield wiper?
You should be able to see around the bottle caps here. Well, I think I isolated a coin. It's on the surface, if it is one, though. Oh, that is a minus right there. That rang up just like a quarter. Here we go, not deep. 80, 81, and we got 2 bars down. And listen to that ground. Okay, it's a Canadian penny. All right, let's try a different mode other than 0, because I remember from my AT Pro, 0 was one of the tougher modes. Let's try... Oops. Let's try... Hey, how do I... Oh, there we go. US coins. And I see it's got some stuff notched out already, so that's pretty good. No, the quarter. Memorial. Alright, here we go. We're running out of battery on the GoPro. But we got something 3 to 4 bars down now. Let's see what we got. Well, we are on the wheat, and that's a good 5 inches, maybe 6 inches down. This is deeper. Well, the brutal honesty, first thoughts. It came on strong at the end. It really did. So I was ready to put it for sale in the first few minutes. I'm like, what is this? But that's like running a marathon. Going to Ferry Point Park is like running a marathon, like after you have slept for a few years, okay? Like, it's really an extreme environment to detect, and you really have to... It's like the game of Operation, you know, like you hit the sides, the buzzer goes off. You really have to have steady hands and a slow swing in that park. That last signal, the GoPro cut off, by the way. So that's why I didn't show you what it was. It was just a regular quarter. It came on strong at the end. I'm not ready to make any full opinions yet. I'll say this is early, this is unofficial, okay? And this week is, at the very least, it's gonna be all Apex. This is Apex week, okay? I'll say at this point, you know, having swung both detectors, the Apex as well as the Simplex, wow, all these detectors end with X. Equinox too, holy cow. I like the Simplex better than the Apex at this point, but I'm telling you, it came on strong at the end. And it's not only about finds, it's just about locking your brain into a new set of habits. That's what's so tough about this, because you get, your brain just, it melts, you know? No, your brain doesn't melt. What the hell am I saying? It syncs, that's the word. Your brain syncs with whatever tool that you use. You build muscle memory, you build habits. And I was so in the Minelab mindset of habits that it was very tough for me at first to adjust to this detector. But I did, and I don't know, it's too early to tell. I don't think that it's going to come close to the Equinox, but I'm telling you, if it shows me that it could pull super deep signals, you know, then we start the conversation. I did not like the target ID. Maybe it got better as it went along. Maybe that will take more time to get used to. But it was just so off. Like, you'll get something that's a 26 on the Equinox, and it'll go up maybe to a 28 or down to a 24. This, it's like different universes. It's like 32, 87, 93. You saw that the the bottle cap recognition and made it look like a quarter. That's a big no-no in my book. New York is full of bottle caps, and that's a big problem if we can't figure out the difference. I was able to do that on the Simplex. I was not able to do that on the Nocta Macro Amphibio though. And the Deus, actually, surprisingly at this point, and I'm still in my early stages with the Deus, yes, I will get back to it. I'm struggling with that too, with the Deus. Well, this takes me back to my metal detecting roots. I would stop driving and I would hit the parks all the way home. You know, until the traffic stopped. No, until I could go. You know what I mean. Jeez. And we have no traffic now, so I got a smooth ride home. Final count, $13 and change.
Well, as you might have gathered by the closing comments before, I'm still on the fence about this detector. I have to use it more. I can't make a decision yet. I can't talk about how good it is, how bad it is. I need to set up a test garden. That's getting done this week. I need to use it in different settings, in different parks, because each detector really, it's made through the lens of the people who make it and where it is tested there. Long story short, I'm going to be thorough with this, and you heard my thoughts, but it's too early for a final verdict. Anyway, it is Apex week, so make sure that you tune in, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and let's learn about it. Thanks for watching, everybody.